Hello, beautiful people. Carl here from Brrraaains A Head-Banging Life, gbhblofficial for sure, and it's reaction video time. It's takedown reaction video time. Now, this was inevitable because there are so many bands across the Takedown Festival 2 days that I am fully aware of, that I like, I've enjoyed their music, and so inevitably I'm going to have to start covering some of those bands. It can't all be, I don't know this band, let me check out a bit by them. So here's an example of where I'm going to be doing a video about a band I really, really like. But hopefully, share a little bit of stories about it, and still talk to you about the specific track that I want to do in this video. And so at least be a little bit more interesting than just me going, I really like this band, and you should too, because you should, because they're so fucking cool. ZETRA. The band's name came my way, God, a year or two ago. And kind of like with noise and an image thing, and it was a bit like, okay, this is weird. This looks like, another band with masks on / face painted. There's a bit of a Kiss vibe to them. Don't really know anything about their music, but they were supporting Zealand Ardor in London. That's kind of what first really got my attention. I was like, oh, okay, they're supporting Zealand Ardor. That makes sense. Zealand Ardor are a unique band. Maybe ZETRA have a bit more of a unique sound to them, and we got there early at Shepherd's Bush Empire, this was, and I thought they were very, very cool. I wasn't 100% convinced. I thought, my God, they're pop, right? Like, it was synthy, and it's quite poppy, and I'm like, okay, this isn't maybe in our, nothing wrong with that as a sort of support act to Zealand Ardor, but I wasn't necessarily sure it was a band I was going to enjoy. But then, afterwards, exploring a few things, obviously they're signing to Nuclear Blast Records, meant videos were coming my way, and I was seeing a bit more about them, and the more I listened, the more I thought, I kind of like this band, I really do. And then there was the EP. Bear with me, I'm going to actually remind myself of what I wrote about it. It's been a little while, it often happens with reviews. So ZETRA have been covered in this. Believe. So the Believe came out in August last year, the 20th of August last year. We've done a couple of single slams before, so we got the live review. The live review, single slams, live review for the Shepherd's Bush Empire show, which was on the 22nd September in 2024. So yeah, quite a while ago actually. But yeah, would believe the synth rock duo. August 22nd, it was released. I wrote the review on the 20th. It went published on the 20th. And I was very positive about this. I had the Angel Cries So, the Spider Find Me, and a kitty cover of Charlotte, which I really liked. Give it 8 out of 10. So yeah, it was kind of that point where I was like, I like this band and I want to know a bit more about them. So I found myself kind of listening to the EP quite a bit last year and really enjoying a lot of the songs and kind of getting addicted enough that I put ZETRA, right, check this, New Year's Eve party that we threw this year, I put ZETRA on that. I remember putting ZETRA on that playlist and it coming on, and a couple of people being like, oh, I fucking love ZETRA, and it'd be like, oh, I love how much this has kind of changed around. So, but at this point, it had already been added to Takedown, and I was very pleased to see them at Takedown, because now I'm going to be going to Takedown, knowing and liking this band and excited to see what they have to offer, seeing it not with fresh eyes now as I'm a fan and I can't wait to see what you do now, but also you've toured more, you've released more music since I last saw you, you'll have grown in confidence. Hopefully this could be a very exciting show indeed. Might even be one of those game show stealing shows that you hear about. So we are gonna do a video reaction. We are gonna listen to a song together. Hopefully this might be your first experience of it. So you know me, I don't talk too much during the song, so I won't ruin it for you. But we're gonna do So, which is probably my favorite ZETRA track, or up there as one of my favorite ZETRA tracks. I think it really shows off the kind of synthy poppiness that kind of nicely has that alternative ring too. Popular video as well, 157k views, having been released 8 months ago. So yeah, we're going to do So, and yeah, hopefully by the end of it you'll be like, yep, cool.
So, can we believe the lies?
This fits Takedown, doesn't it?
Can we believe the lies? As I make you gently, and you crawl right to
video. I don't think I'd ever seen the video. Love that bit. I love that bit. Feel my heart kind of just jumps slightly at that point. So cool. So I repeat what I said before. I think it's so fucking cool. I think it's so cool. I think it's so fun to listen to. I think it's so interesting. I think it's so dreamy, so haunting, just so lovely. And that song embodies what I love about ZETRA. Now, I realised as it was playing, I was thinking, okay, actually, you know what? A major part of perhaps the sort of disconnect that maybe you might have with it that I'm connecting to is my love of synth. So over the last couple of years, I've become a huge fan of synthwave and how synth can be used, retro sounds, how it's utilised in music in all styles. I thoroughly enjoyed that. I've got a lot of a nostalgic love for early synth music from movies and soundtracks and gaming and things like that, but how it's being used in metal these days is highly interesting to me, and this really tickles that button for me. I'm not no expert on that style of music or synthwave and synth in general, but I'm finding it quite interesting to explore, and ZETRA's heavy use of synth really appeals. I think if you don't really like synth, then of course, this is going to be a bit of a problem to you. I think the vocals will be another issue for some people in the kind of way they're kind of sort of breathy and sort of delivered, but me, I love that. It fits that, the synth, the heavy drums, the kind of guitar bits, like I dig it. It all works really nice. Not to say I love everything ZETRA do, but like so really, really appeals to me, and I really want to see them live again. I'm really looking forward to seeing them at Takedown again. It's another really cool and unique band at Takedown. You know, they're playing the Saturday as well, which is so packed. That Saturday at Takedown is disgustingly packed. I'm gonna have an absolute nightmare trying to see all these bands, but I do hope to make ZETRA one of them again. I don't know, but though I'd love to know what you think here. I told you at the start, this was a different kind of reaction. This was I like this band, and I'm going to tell you why I like them. And at the end, I'm going to say I still like them, and this is why. I want to know what you think. Where do you land when it comes to ZETRA? Are you a fan? Do you vibe with them the way I do? Or are you just like, nah, man, not feeling it? Love to know. Let me know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. We really do appreciate it. If you like what you've seen, consider hitting that like and subscribe button. It does make a difference. Of course, you can find us at gbhbl.com and across almost all social media platforms. So do check us out there. If you really, really want to support us though, consider buying us a coffee over on our coffee page. Thank you very much.